Welcome back. Two top Republican senators plan to stop any push by President-elect Trump to reset relations with Russia. Presidential candidate and top GOP Senator John McCain has teamed up with Senator Lindsey Graham, also wanted to run for president. He did run, actually. They want to prevent any warmer relations with Vladimir Putin. Now, the two top senators plan to hold hearings starting in January, highlighting Russia's wrongdoing around the world. The list includes war crimes in Syria, cyber attacks around the world, including here in the United States. The senators also plan to lead a congressional delegation to the Ukraine, Georgia, and Estonia to reassure these countries that the U.S. is still opposed to Russian aggression. With me now with his thoughts, he's former Air Force Assistant Vice Chief of Staff and Trump supporter. He's retired Lieutenant General Thomas McInerney. Good to be with you, sir. General, do you agree with Mr. McCain and Senator Graham that the U.S. must not reset relations with Russia?
No, I don't, Liz. The fact is I have no problem with what they're doing. We need to do due diligence. But I think people are going to be surprised how well President-elect Trump and Putin can work things out. You know, Putin got very aggressive because he knew he was working against an empty suit in the White House, and he took advantage of everything. In this particular case, and particularly if, say, General Mattis, Mad Dog Mattis, becomes his defense secretary, you're going to have a very strong force there that will, I believe, deter and dissuade Russian aggression. They'll know how to deal with this. But, you know, unfortunately, President Obama and the two secretaries of state he had just did not have any credibility. And so that's why the world is the most disruptive it has been since World War II, the Middle East. You look at the South China Sea. You look at the Ukraine, as you brought out. I believe that a strong American president who believes in peace through strength will be able to work with Mr. Putin.
You know, we've had military officials say that they felt that the Obama administration did not treat Vladimir Putin with respect. It's also a credibility issue, as you point out. Now, is that true? And will the Trump administration deal with Mr. Putin publicly with respect, but be tough behind the scenes?
I think he will. Look, Trump knows how to deal and cut the deal, as his book was, the art of the deal. The fact is when you have two strong personalities, you have different objectives. We found during the Cold War, with mutual assured destruction and all the strategies that we had, if you had strong presidents like Reagan dealing with the Soviet Union then, and now with Russia, that you can cut deals, you can work things out, you can bring stability to the world. And I happen to believe that President-elect Trump and the team that he assembles is going to be able to do that. And then if they say they're going to do something, and they do it, that will just reinforce their ability to deter and dissuade aggression. Yeah,
because here's what's going on, General, to your point, that Vladimir Putin has been on an expansionist military policy. Russia is deploying new intercontinental ballistic missiles. He's got submarine-launched ballistic missiles ready and nuclear-tipped cruise missiles that can be launched from the ground, sea, and air. Are you worried about that?
I'm very concerned about it, particularly because this administration, President Obama, has unilaterally disarmed America. And that's why I'm concerned. President-elect Trump is going to get a military that is the worst shape it has ever been since the start of World War II. And it's been deliberately done by this administration with the help of the Congress. And so now he's got to rebuild it, at the same time rebuild an economy that's got to grow between 3% and 5% a year. So he's got his hands full. But I do believe he knows what the challenge is. He knows the challenge of radical Islam and what it entails, and working with the Russians, I believe that he's going to come out and we're going to be in a lot better position 4 to 8 years from now than we are today.
Lieutenant General McInerney, thank you so much. Thank you for your service to our country, and have a happy Thanksgiving.